Well, welcome to Saturday, Rick Helps Real Estate live stream, where we're just going to go over some numbers. Got a few numbers to share with you today. I do this every morning at 8:30 Monday through Thursday, and I do a recap of the week and a Q&A with my lender buddy Pat on Fridays at 3 o'clock. So make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know when I come on. I don't make bold, wild predictions. I talk about what some of the possibilities are in real estate. But I think the more you know about what's going on with the numbers today, you can make better decisions about tomorrow. So that's why we do this. Now today, I thought we were going to come close to hitting 7,000 units on the market, and we got pretty close. We got 6,815. So the last time we were at 7,000 units was back in December, first week of December last year. That's it's not a significant number, but we are moving ever so higher and ever so slowly. You can see right here, this shows 6107, so that was maybe yesterday morning. So we're barely coming up to get to 2020 numbers. Now, one of the cautions about comparing things to last year is last year was a train wreck. So if you're looking at numbers this year in real estate and saying, you know, we're up 20% or down 15%, 2020, you should just write that off because it died and then it came back with a vengeance. So there's nothing normal to look at. So I think the numbers to concentrate on now are more month to month. What was May like compared to April, and what was June like compared to May, and start spotting trends, because going back to 2020 when things just fell apart is really a tough time to analyze any data. For example, if I look here and let's just take a look at from the Cromford report, Chandler says Chandler has 150 active single family listings. And it said, which is double the 75 that it had in the beginning of April. However, the long-term average count for Chandler is 940. And the maximum we have measured was 2,481. So 150 would seem very low if we had not seen 75 3 months earlier. 75 was painful. So we've doubled. That's a huge number. You know, listings up twice their normal amount, but we're coming off such a small little bar there that it's tough to get real excited about it, but it is moving slowly in that direction. Now, with more supply to choose from and list prices increasing more slowly, some buyers are being attracted back into the market. We're seeing a slight rise in demand in several cities. These include Glendale, Maricopa, and Queen Creek. When supply increases and demand falls, the Cromford Market Index heads down very quickly. But if demand starts to rise at the same time as supply rises, the CMI's rate of decline could well moderate. Interesting time to be watching the market, they say. And it's going to be interesting because if we start seeing supply creep up and it gets up and bidding wars start backing off, will buyers come back to the market? We discussed that a little bit at length yesterday. Another interesting thing to look at too, which is kind of contrary to what people were telling us, is that interest rates went down. Today, the average is 2.97%. Yesterday, they were 3.04. Who'd have thought that we would get down below 3% again? But here we are. So it's really hard to make sense of this market. We are feeling, and it looks like this nationally, that buyers are saying, I don't know where it's headed. I just know that I don't like today. I'm going to wait this out. But they're not waiting it out in large numbers. But there's enough to start moving the chart just a little bit. When I track and look at the 7-day moving average, our price changes are up about 100 to 150 homes. Now, most price changes tracked on the MLS are indeed price reductions. So the buyers are rejecting the lofty goals of sellers right now. So if you're pricing aggressively because you're convinced you're going to get it, today's buyers are pretty savvy, and they're just going to ignore you. They're not going to come in with a lowball offer. They're just going to ignore you. They're reserving their lowball offers when you list things on Craigslist. So I'm experiencing that firsthand. So I think tracking price changes is another, just a little small indicator of maybe where the market's headed. At the rate that we're going, we will be over 7,000 next week on the listing front. And that is getting back to, when we look at the report here, we're going to be back up into 2020 levels. What's interesting is when you compare that to 2005, which I can't on this chart, 2005 on the, let's see, I want to show you the Cromford Market Index. Nope, it's not here. I don't have it front loaded, so I'm not going to let you sit there and watch it. But Gilbert is 354. They're down 22% again. Last month, the Cromford Market Index, which is a proprietary mathematic formula, they were at 454. So they're coming down pretty quick. And it's coming down at the same rate that it did in 2005. And I'm going to see if I can find that. I think it's going to be, oh, that's going to be tough to find. I have to do a little more digging. There are so many charts that I have on this thing. And here's the daily list for listings. And you can see they just go up and down and up and down. You know, that's Monday and Tuesday, and then that's coming up on Thursday, and then it goes back down again on Monday. So we always see the highest number of listings on Fridays, but lately, past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we've seen the most listings come up on Saturdays. So people used to put their homes on the market on Thursday, then they would say in the MLS, not available to see until Friday, seller to review all offers on Monday. I'm not seeing that verbiage out there anymore, which means that realtors are starting to believe that their offer's probably not going to come in that quick. So they're putting more and more homes on the market on Friday, or simply waiting until Saturday. So there's just little dinky, subtle little changes in the market. And like the Cromford Market Index said, Cromford report said it's going to be interesting to watch. So that's your Saturday update. I don't do one on Sundays, but join me Monday morning at 8:30. Have a great rest of the day.